So yeah, let's talk about article.md or tutorial.md, depending on how you name it. This one's kind of the unsung hero in my workflow. It's not code, it's not documentation in the boring sense. It's more like my living notebook. It's where I write down the how and why behind the technical stuff I'm about to build. Here's the thing, yeah, my favorite apps are always the simplest ones, the ones that solve one problem, do it really well, and just feel clean. So yeah, I try to copy that same energy into my workflow. And for me as a solo dev, that means taking a few minutes to do some research before diving into code, figuring out which technique I'll use, making sure it's scalable, smooth, and won't melt user batteries when Apple drops some new Liquid or Aqua iOS update next year. The truth is, there's no single right way to code something. There's only what fits your project, your constraints, and Apple's recommendations. So having an article.md is basically my way of documenting my reasoning, the small engineering choices that make everything run clean and stay maintainable. When I start a new Claude Code or Codex session, I always make sure it reads the article.md before touching any sensitive part of the code base. That way, it doesn't just grab some random Stack Overflow pattern or invent a new approach that doesn't fit the mindset I'm building around. Instead, it follows the same technique I researched and documented, the one that I already know works. So yeah, that's the real benefit. It's like onboarding your AI agent into the why of your project. Rules.md tells it what to do and what not to do, but article.md tells it how and why. It bridges the gap between code and intent. Sometimes my article.md files are just short technical notes, like here's how I'm using timeline view to handle animation updates efficiently, or here's the reason this uses combine instead of async await. Other times, it's almost like a tutorial for myself, walking through a pattern, explaining trade-offs, listing benchmarks, or even linking to Apple Docs. It's whatever I need to remember why I made those choices, so next time I don't have to rediscover them from scratch. And the bonus? When Claude or Codex reads that file during a session, it stops guessing. It writes code that matches the architecture and technique I already decided on. So even though it's not writing code itself, article.md quietly keeps everything consistent and aligned with how I build, and that's huge for a solo dev. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, start adding an article.md or tutorial.md to your projects. Write a short one before you start coding, even if it's just a few bullet points about the approach you're taking. You'll be shocked how much smoother your next Claude session goes. No weird detours, no random refactors, no wasted prompts. Go ahead and grab the zip below. I included a sample article.md you can use as a base. Tweak it, break it, totally make it yours. Add your notes, your experiments, your best practices. It's your brain in markdown form. A small file that keeps your AI honest, your projects consistent, and your workflow grounded. All right, keep crafting, keep learning, and yeah, write it down before you forget it. Peace.